Imagine stepping outside on a July afternoon and feeling the air hit you like a hairdryer. Your skin prickles, sweat forms instantly, and the concrete radiates heat through your shoes. Across the world, cities now see temperatures soaring past 50 degrees Celsius. For many, this level of heat is new and dangerous. Mega heat domes are reshaping our planet, pushing city life to its limits. A heat dome is like an enormous, invisible pot lid placed over a large part of the Earth's surface. Under this lid, hot air is trapped and can't escape. The sun keeps pouring in more heat, but there's nowhere for it to go. It's similar to being in a parked car on a sunny day, with the windows rolled up. Temperatures inside climb quickly, even if it's cooler outside. Imagine a dome made from glass, pressing down on a city, or even an entire region. The air underneath gets hotter and hotter because it can't mix with cooler air above. The heat keeps building, cooking everything beneath. This is how a heat dome works, relentless, steady, and suffocating. Heat domes can stretch for hundreds or even thousands of kilometers. They don't just last for a few hours. Sometimes they stick around for days or even weeks. The longer they stay, the more intense the heat beneath becomes. This trap of hot air is why cities can feel so unbearable during a heat dome. The lid effect holds in the heat and keeps the region simmering, day and night. So, what creates a heat dome? Picture a high-pressure system, a weather pattern that acts like a heavy thumb pressing down on the atmosphere. High pressure makes air sink. When air sinks, it warms up. This is the first ingredient for a heat dome. Next, consider the land itself. Dry ground turns up the heat even more. When soil is moist, some of the sun's energy goes into evaporating water, which cools the air. But if the ground is dry, because of drought for example, there's no water to evaporate. All the sun's energy goes straight into heating the air. As the high pressure sits in place, it keeps pushing air down, making the heat even worse. Think of it like a pressure cooker with no way for steam to escape. The heat keeps rising, baking the landscape below. This cycle can quickly turn a normal summer heat wave into something extraordinary. A mega heat dome that rewrites temperature records and makes life nearly unbearable for millions. The jet stream is a fast-moving river of air high above our heads. It usually helps move weather systems along, bringing cool breezes or rain when we need a break. But sometimes the jet stream bends and slows down, like traffic piling up on a busy highway. This is when heat domes become a problem. When the jet stream forms a loop, it can get stuck in one place. This traps high pressure over the same area for days, or even weeks. The heat dome stays put, and the heat keeps piling up, with nowhere to go. If you imagine the jet stream as a conveyor belt, a kink in the belt means hot, dry air just sits in place. The weather doesn't move on. The heat dome can grow larger and stronger the longer it's trapped. This weather traffic jam is becoming more common. When it happens, entire countries can find themselves locked under a dome of relentless, suffocating heat. Scientists have measured that more energy is now trapped in Earth's atmosphere because of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. This extra energy, well, it turns up the planet's thermostat. It means hotter heat waves, longer droughts, and, yeah, more heat domes. 50 years ago, a heat dome as intense as the ones we see now might have happened, once in a lifetime. Today they can happen every few years, or even more often. Climate records show that the hottest days are getting hotter, and the hottest heat domes are covering bigger areas. Think of it like adding a bigger burner under the pot. The more energy trapped, the more often we see these mega heat domes. In 2021 alone, scientists calculated that the deadly North American heat dome was made 150 times more likely by climate change. As the planet continues to warm, the risks keep growing. What was once rare is now part of our new normal. In June 2021, the Pacific Northwest of North America, usually known for cool weather, faced a brutal heat dome. Temperatures in places like Portland and Seattle soared past 45 degrees Celsius, or 113 degrees Fahrenheit, smashing all previous records. Roads melted, power cables sagged, and hundreds of people died from heat-related causes. Europe has seen its own mega heat domes. In July 2022, parts of Spain, France, and the UK recorded temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius, or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, causing wildfires and heat emergencies. Even places like London, where air conditioning is rare, struggled to cope. the Middle East and South Asia have faced even more extreme events. In 2024, the Iranian city of Ahvaz recorded a feels-like temperature of 66.7 degrees Celsius, or 152 degrees Fahrenheit. In India and Pakistan, mega heat domes have caused thousands of deaths, destroyed crops, and forced people to flee their homes. These events aren't isolated. They are becoming more common, and their effects ripple across entire societies, showing how climate change is changing life everywhere. Heat alone is dangerous, but when you add humidity, it becomes deadly. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. When the air is very humid, sweat can't evaporate from your skin as easily, so your body can't cool down. This is why meteorologists talk about the feels-like temperature, or heat index. It combines heat and humidity to show what your body actually experiences. For example, 40 degrees Celsius, or 104 degrees Fahrenheit, with high humidity, can feel like 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or even more. High feels-like temperatures are extremely risky. They can cause heat exhaustion and heat stroke much faster, especially for the elderly, children, and people with health problems. During mega heat domes, hospitals quickly fill up with patients suffering from these conditions. Understanding the difference between air temperature and feels-like temperature is vital. It tells us when it's truly unsafe to be outdoors, and why some heat domes are even more deadly than the numbers suggest. Mega heat domes don't just make us sweat, they cause a chain reaction of problems that touch almost every part of daily life. First, energy use soars as everyone turns on air conditioning. Power grids can fail under the strain, leading to blackouts, often during the hottest, most dangerous hours. Heat also harms our food supply. Crops wilt or die when temperatures stay high for too long. Animals can suffer too. This leads to higher prices and food shortages, especially for people already struggling to get enough to eat. Health risks rise sharply. Heat stroke, dehydration, and heart problems spike during heat domes. Hospitals can get overwhelmed. And for people who work outdoors or live without air conditioning, the danger is even greater. Finally, dry, hot weather turns forests and grasslands into tinderboxes. Wildfires can start easily and spread quickly, threatening homes, lives, and air quality over vast areas. The costs, both human and economic, are huge and rising. Could some places become too hot for people to live? It's a real concern. If temperatures keep rising, regions in the Middle East, South Asia, and even parts of North America could face wet bulb conditions, where it's impossible for humans to cool down by sweating. In these areas, being outdoors for just a few hours could be fatal. Cities and countries must start adapting. This means planting more trees, building cooling centers, and switching to energy sources that don't add more heat to the air. Early warning systems and neighborhood check-ins can save lives during extreme heat. Communities also need to rethink building designs, using lighter colors, better ventilation, and more shade. Emergency plans must be ready for new records, not just old ones. The age of mega heat domes is here. Our challenge is to adapt, innovate, and build resilience. The future depends on how we respond, together. Meteorologists now use satellites, computer models, and high-altitude weather balloons to spot the beginnings of heat domes days or even weeks in advance. Early warnings give cities a chance to prepare. They can open cooling centers, warn vulnerable people, and plan for extra hospital staff. Communities can also get ready by checking local emergency plans. Does your city have enough places for people to cool off? Are there plans to check on the elderly or those living alone? Even small actions like handing out water or checking on neighbors can make a big difference. Schools, businesses, and families can also think ahead, scheduling outdoor activities for cooler parts of the day, making sure homes are well insulated, and having backup power sources can all help. Preparation is key. The more we know and plan, the better we can protect ourselves and our communities from the next mega heat dome. Mega heat domes are not just a problem for tomorrow. They are already changing our world. They push our cities, our health, and our resources to the limit. As these extreme events become more frequent and intense, we must ask, are we ready for summers that regularly reach 50 degrees Celsius? The answer depends on how we act today. Awareness, adaptation, and innovation are our best tools. From city planners to families, everyone has a role to play in building a safer, cooler future. Think about your own community. Is it ready for the next mega heat dome? What can you do to prepare, at home, at work, or in your neighborhood? The time to act is now. The planet is changing, and so must we.